Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to
All right, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? I gotta remember that I can't use my hotkeys today because of game development stuff. All right, so I am going to be making a interesting play on a physics game here. I'm gonna give myself 2 weeks to do this. So right before Christmas release. So we're going to be building a physics game that's based on momentum and the building of force. So if you don't know, whenever you build force, project name, we're going to call this one the third law. Yep. Okay, cool. Create the project. So if you don't know, whenever you're working on building force in any situation, if you keep adding force to it, it's going to multiply that force, right? So if you hit something with 200 pounds of force and then you just keep pushing it harder and harder and harder, adding a consistent force, it'll speed up, right? So eventually you build up an enormous amount of force. So what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to make a 3D physics-based platformer doing that. This will be completely free. I'm not going to charge anybody for it. If you do want to donate, because fund the chaos, how it goes, you're more than welcome. But we're going to be building an entirely new project, and it's all about shapes and force. So, yo, what up, Stacks? Welcome in. Welcome in. I like the Among Us characters, but ain't no sussiness here. All right, so let's go ahead and get some just regular objects in here. Go ahead and give me a cube, and then we'll take that, leave a scale at 1, 1, and I don't know, 10,000 along the Z, and then we'll make it. Oh, so you remember how I said I can't use my numpad? Yeah, I just use my numpad. All right. Okay, and then let's go ahead and do this at fucking, I don't know, 5,000. 5,000. There we go. That'll put us right here at the beginning. And then looking at this, we actually take the main camera and we move it up. We should see nothing but a long, 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 long pane. Cool. All right, this cube is at 10,000 long. Should be more than enough space to work with. So we'll just go ahead and rename this guy really quick to floor. And before I forget, we're going to go ahead and just go ahead and reset the transform on that. Leave it at zeros. That's perfectly fine. We'll move it in a minute. Yeah. Should be good to go. I mean, if we move it up, yeah, okay. That's fine. We're going to be changing that with code anyway, so it doesn't matter. Before I forget, let's go ahead and set this one on a new layer. Go ahead and call it environment. Actually, we're going to be making a couple layers here because I want to kill layer, ground layer, and then object layer. So we'll just go ahead and call this a ground layer. Okay. And then we'll add this to the ground layer. Yep. And then we're just going to go ahead and create a 3D object of a cube once more. Go ahead and focus on that really quick. Okay, so this is going to be our bottom floor, right? I actually got this idea because I was just looking over some random YouTube tutorials, right? And I was just looking at the Brackies, like build your first game tutorial, because I was just curious and wanted to see what they were doing, what he was doing, and stuff like that. And I really like Brackies. Brackies is a great guy. I think the stuff that he produced when he was actually making YouTube videos for Unity specifically was fantastic, and he did a really good job at explaining things. But I was messing around with it, some of the ideas that he was, and I came up with a really cool idea on making something where you have all physics-based movement. So everything is going to update and be physics-based. So you're not going to get the press W, move forward. It's not the way we're working with this. We're actually going to have to build our own momentum. You'll see in a minute. I wish I had a camera set up on my hands so you guys could see what I'm talking about. But we need to create something here really quick. Actually, I can install it now, but let's just go ahead and... where's it at? Edit. Project settings. Time. We're going to go ahead and kick this down to 0.01. So if you don't know what this is, this fixed time step is how fast it recognizes physics-based items. So hand cam, oh my. What's up, Linz? Welcome in, welcome in. We got Text Mesh Pro already in. Okay. All right, cool. We got that one in. So let's go ahead and this is where I always get lost because there's so many menus and I always forget where they're at because I don't do this every day. Where is it at? Not under project setting. That's not in preferences either. No. Okay. Okay, come on, dummy. I should be doing this more often and I should know this like the back of my hands, right? But I don't. I'm a terrible developer. Leave me alone. Things happen. All right, where the fuck did you go? Windows, okay, package manager. There we go. God damn, I couldn't fucking remember where that was to save my life. Yo, what up, Medium? Welcome in, brother. Welcome in. You're watching the brain melt. Okay, go ahead and go Pro Builder. Install that. If you don't use Pro Builder in your things, it's perfectly fine. Because I'm not going to be importing any custom assets and I'm building... I relate too hard, yeah. Because I'm not going to be importing any like made assets. I'm going to be building everything in this. I like working with Pro Builder assets. I think they're fantastic. So... all right, we got that in. We need to create a material. This material, we'll just call it player mat. So, the way that this is going to end up working is that, say for instance, and I'm going to try to show this to the best of my abilities, but I'm not going to say that I will. Player. And then we'll go ahead and give this one a tag because we're going to have to do this. Do I do that or do I just do... you know what? We'll just give it a player tag anyway. It's not going to hurt it. Even if it doesn't need it, it's not going to hurt it to have it. Doesn't take a whole lot of things. Create a new folder. All these ones materials. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and create another one here. Go ahead and call this one. So, one thing that we could talk about here really quick is the actual materials. All right. So we're going to name this one, platform 1 mat, because I'm going to have multiple colored platforms for different things. And then we'll just do a whole, gonna kind of do like a black and white theme here. Okay, that's fine. So that'll be like the floor mat, but we're not going to do that for this. The floor mat is actually going to be ground mat. I'm only going to have the one for now. Just go ahead and do like a really light gray. Okay. Go ahead and throw that on there. Boom. And then we're going to go here. And we're going to change the side box to a solid color. And then we're going to move that around. We're going to kind of make it a little brighter so that it offsets that, but not too bright to blind people. All right, so I know I'm rambling a lot, but the whole point of this is that we are going to be building a physics-based platformer. There are going to be times whenever we need to add a physics material to something. right? So if, for instance, you look at this, if you look here underneath the materials, you can add physics material to this. Where you at? Where you at? You excited to see it? It's going to be interesting. We're going to try to knock this out in 2 weeks. I'll be back. Just got out of the movie theater. Took my kids to go see Moana 2. Never saw the first one. So probably should have, but I've never seen this. All right, here you go. So, for instance, this is what a physics material is. So if you wanted this floor to be slippery, right? A physics material is what adds to this component to make it do that thing. So if you take this dynamic friction, you grab this and go whoop. Ooh, let's not do that. Let's actually just make it like 0.1. 1 and 2 are pretty good. Okay. Never watched them, but I'll see you when you get back, Coyote. Thanks for stopping by. All right, so if we drag this onto this, you'll see here where it has a box collider, where it has the material is slippery. Now this will not act. This will act like ice, not like dirt or ground. So, but we're gonna undo that because I don't want a physics material in there yet. We'll get to that. I'm actually gonna probably, you know, we'll work in increments of 500, and then we'll set this one to 50. There we go. All right, there we go. We'll work in increments of 500 for now. We're gonna go ahead and make this guy. We're gonna change this material. We're gonna make it a little bit more metallic because I like a little bit of metallic in my games. So can't really see much with it now because it's really bright, but it is more metallic. So if we actually grab our main camera really quick, and we back this up. I'm trying to think about how I want to position the camera. Okay, let's go ahead and add a component. Let's go ahead and add a follow layer. Okay. Yep, go ahead and add that new script, create and add. So this game is not going to be super complex in coding right away, but it's going to be pretty quick and easy, and we're going to make some interesting things happen here. So come on, let's go. There we go. All right, not using any of that shit. Get it out of here. Yeah, so don't need the start. Do you need a little character? I know a guy. No. This is all shapes based. So think about it this way. Whenever we start actually playing the game, the first level is not going to be a cube. Whenever I start doing the movement, it'll make a little bit more sense. But whenever we're doing and building the actual cube, okay, it's going to be like a almost final level thing. The first area is going to be just a sphere. And then as you move through, we're going to lose faces on that sphere, and it's going to become more unstable and harder to control as you move through. Because if you add force to a circle, it's going to push it in a direction and it's going to roll, right? If you don't add force to, or if you add force to a square, it could hit off of a corner, and then it could bounce all over the place and become much harder to control. And that's kind of the whole point behind this game, is to just mess with physics and have a way of adding force as you go through. And then we're going to just use rigid body, the physics engine within Unity itself, and we're going to make an interesting little puzzle platformer, I guess. And then if you want to make me like a little character for like a like a really weird looking character, you can send it over. I'll import it. But we need the transform. We're going to go ahead and call this one player trans. And boom. We need to make that one public. Okay. And then update transform dot position is equal to player transform dot position. And then we're going to go ahead and make a public vector 3. And we're going to just call this one offset. And then we're going to go plus offset. Cool. My specialty is weird looking characters. Well, I don't want it to be like a animate looking object. If you want to do like a weird, just crazy looking object, that's fine. Inanimate would be like, so if you wanted to make like a pair of pliers or something, that's what I'm looking for this one. That's why it's like, okay, we don't really need to import anything. If you want to make it, sure, I'll throw it in there. All right, so now when all this compiles, all we got to do is drag in the player. And then once we hit play, it should snap directly into this, and then we can adjust the offset. Pumpkin, got it. That could be one. Halloween update coming to you live. -2, and then go up on the Y5. Why did you not move back? Oh, never mind. That one needs to be 0. Working in the wrong axis. That's why, dumbass. -2. Okay. No. -5. Let's only go up 3. Something's not adding up here. Okay, it's all, oh, it's too high. That's what it is. Just 1. There we go. Okay, so we need to bring it back. -5. And then bring it up to 2. Okay. Perfect. Now the camera is sitting kind of where you want it to. Actually, we're going to go ahead and bring it back to -5. That's fine. Go ahead and bring it back just a little bit. -6. There we go. You know something weird? The axis in Unity is different than the axis in Blender. Yes. So your X, Y, and Z don't match up with X, Y, and Z on Blender. I noticed that as soon as I started using it because it broke my ever-loving brain. So bad. So, what was it? Shift space? What was it? I don't remember. Control shift space, I think. No. What? Hold on. Shift spacebar. That's what I thought. Why didn't you work? Okay, so we need to make this one 2 -6. Perfect. Play. Oh, that's why, because I'm in game. Duh. All right. So, when in game, this is going to be your view. You're not going to have any camera controls. All right. You're not going to be able to like spin around because you're going to always be moving one direction. It's just a quick little game. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't be dumb. All right. I'll work on the material stuff later, make it a little bit prettier, but for now, that's all I wanted. All right, so the follow player is good. Let's go ahead and start with the movement here. We need to add a rigid body. We want to use gravity. Mass of 1 is fine. Constraints. Now, if we pull this up, hit play, we should see it just fall down. Boop. All right, cool. Collision works. Good to go. I actually do want to... Jake, how did you get your leg out of your... Come here. Come here. Here. There you go. Thank you. Sorry, my dog is special sometimes. Okay. All right, so we got the rigid body. We're good to go there. Yeah, no, when I first opened up Blender, man, this shit, it threw me off so bad. Because it was like, oh yeah, just move it along this axis. And I started moving it the wrong direction. Ooh. Yeah, no, it was rough. I kept skewing things in the wrong way. And eventually I was just like, you know what? Screw it. I'm clicking on the arrows. All right. Sorry, I'm thirsty. I'm like super energized today for some reason. I imported something in Unity. It was faced the wrong way and flipped. I'm pretty sure you can change it in Blender, if I remember correctly. If I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure you can change it in Blender. All right, so I was actually looking at some of these colliders because this is going to be one that we're going to heavily use. A mesh collider, it's kind of demanding on the system because it has so many faces that it has to calculate collisions for, but I think you're right. I'm just lazy. No, you're fine. It's always easy to flip something over. All right, so we need to go player movement. Okay. Compile it. Yeah. There we go. We aren't going to need you, but we are going to need a fixed update. Okay. It's fine. I don't like what you're doing. Fixed update. There we go. I don't know why it was doing that. We're gonna need... Don't need any of this crap. Get rid of all that. We are going to need to get reference to the rigid body. Public, rigid body, RB. Okay. And then in the fixed update, we're going to go... we're going to need a public bool. Move left. Public bool move right. Public bool move up. And public bool move up is relative. I might actually change that one. I don't like up. I want move forward. Then we're going to do a public bool move back. And then public bool jump. All right. So these bools right here are going to basically control everything that's dealing with our movement. And I know it doesn't sound like it will, but essentially what we're doing here is we're going to do an if check here. So if, I don't know, move left, move forward. We'll just do forward right now. Okay. Do that one. If move forward, we're going to go to RB dot add force. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to go public vector 3 of move force. Okay, and then we're going to do another public vector 3 jump force. Okay, so RB to add force. Essentially what we're going to be doing here is all these bulls, because the way that the fixed update works is that it's set on an interval. So if you think about the update function, it gets called every frame. Nothing wrong with that. Oh my God. Lens is coming from both sides. But if you think about the way that adding force works is that it's, if you call it in the update function, it's going to happen every single frame. So if you are trying to prevent it from operating differently across things, you want to do it by times that delta time, which will take a fancy calculation, and it will take, say, if you're getting 7,000 frames a second, which is ungodly. Maybe it's just because I don't really know what I'm doing most of the time with programming, but I just have so much more patience for the art stuff. Hey, that's why you have me, brother. I have the patience for the programming stuff. Anyway, add force. So what we can do here is move force. Move force, and then you take this and you go multiplied by times that delta time. So your move force is going to be your forward and back. So we're going to need one for left and right. Side force. Sure. So this right here will technically work as is. So if we go down here and we go if input dot get key, which we're not going to be using this, and we just say key code dot w, boom, then we're just going to take and we're going to turn move, or yeah, we're going to turn move forward to true. Buttons. So, right now we have something on there. Let's go ahead and link up everything real quick and in a hurry, like, boom. Okay, so move force. This is the one that we need to move. So we need to move forward along the Z for the move force, right? So if we set this move force to, I don't know, 200. Okay. There we go. That's better. Whenever we come into here, I left those public so I can make sure that my inputs were working by the by. So if we do this, Hold on. Hold on. Might be. Go down. Down. Okay. Else. I've never done it this way. I've usually just done it within this, but calculating button movements and stuff like that within the fixed update, because it happens on the same kind of setup as the way it does for times the delta time, where it's not getting every single frame, it's getting every other frame. It might actually miss a input. So what you want to do is you want a bool to show, hey, I'm pushing this key down, add force. So also might just be the fact that I didn't add enough force. So okay. Give me 20,000. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. I don't know why that's so ridiculous, but as you can see, it's a very quick getting the key down and actually doing it. So, but as you can see, we're toppling kind of heavily, which is exactly what I'm going for. And it carries momentum. So this is exactly what we're going for, guys. I know it seems like it's really weird, but that's exactly what we're going for. I just don't like the fact that I had to add 20,000 force to it. Why is that? Oh, that's why. Force mode. Force mode. Dot. I think we want. This one. This is the one that we want. Okay. I don't remember all my force modes. So now with 20,000 force, this thing should fucking whip off the screen. Should. Yeah. As you can clearly see, that's a bit different. It's 200. All right. Okay. Exactly what we wanted. Okay. So now for all the other ones, we're basically going to repeat this entire setup, except for we're going to be doing it for every other movements. So this, without it being true, because it's being turned on and off here in the update, without it being true, we don't have to worry about it adding force in any way, shape, or form. We can just kind of move on. So if we go down here, just put a little bit of space. Whoa! Input dot get key. Brain, work with me here. All right. I'm gonna try a couple different like button inputs here, because what I'm wanting to do is I'm actually wanting your left and right to be controlled with A and D, and your forward and back to be controlled with the arrows, so that you can have a little bit more finite control. But I don't I don't think that's going to work out too well. We'll have to give it a shot, but all right. Then we come back up here. If move back, cool. RB. So we only need the two vector values, or the two vector values. We only need the move forward and then the side to side. Then we can just use a negative to go the other direction. So RB dot add force. My God. Move force, or hold on. Yeah. Negative move force. And multiply it by times dot delta time. So the time dot delta time is going to be what really changes some things here. So, all right, we can actually just finish this out. So, I like physics. I really do. I like messing with physics within game development. It's so much fun. It usually gets like to the point where it's kind of tedious because you're going to be putting in the same thing and all that fun stuff. So left is actually going to be a negative to the side force. And we want to move that along the x-axis. So we just want to do negative side force. Apply that times by delta time. And velocity change. Cool. And then a final if statement. Okay. Why are you highlighting that? Add force, side force. I need to learn how to use jiggle physics in Blender for purpose. Yeah. 100% agree. Why are you not liking this statement? Did I fuck up something here? You know what? I'm just going to delete this. And then we're going to go ahead and do this. There we go. And then delete that one. There you go. Stop fucking highlighting my shit weird. And then we're just going to basically copy pasta the... Okay, hold on. No, we're not. Key down. So if we want to move left, we're going to do key code A. And then we're just going to say move left equals true. Else, just in case, move left equals false. Okay. We don't want it to randomly just input, a thing. There you go. It's already there. Look at that. Beautiful. Move right is equal true. Oh God, I love the predict sometimes. It works so well. Look at that. Boom. Done. All right. Okay. So we have our update running all of our inputs. The fixed update is doing the actual calculations for physics. Whenever you're working in physics, you want to do the fixed update because Unity just likes working with the fixed update with physics in the fixed update more than it does just the regular update. Purely because of the fact of like frame rate differences between two different people could cause the update to run more frequently, causing more demand, whereas a fixed update is going to run on a fixed interval. which makes physics play a little bit nicer. And we're running all the inputs for your keyboard, right? We're running all the inputs for the keyboard in the update because you don't want to miss an input. So now, let's see, side force. We'll go ahead and go 200 on that too. And then we haven't done anything with jump force. So now if we play and we go this way, there we go. And if we go this way, there we go. Now we can go forward and right at the same time and absolutely destroy our brains. So if you don't know exactly what I'm doing right now, I'm working on a game where you actually physically have to build momentum. But I'm trying to get the balance down to where I don't have to mash the button an insane amount of times to get a little bit of speed going. Okay, so if we take this same object, right? So if we create a 3D object and we make a sphere, yeah. It's going to be a little hard to show this off. Actually, stop doing that. We're in play mode. So if we create a sphere, right? I don't know exactly how I'm going to do this, but we're going to give her a shot. So if we take this, go down to the materials, put that on there, and then we just go back to the projects. Actually, we can just add the component here. Go ahead and add a rigid body. Cool. And then let's go ahead and add another component here. Let's go ahead and add the player movement. This is going to act a little weird because I have both of them running the same thing. So 200 and 200. So now if we hit play, we'll be able to see the sphere in here. It might be rolling around because of physics, but if we add force, why are you not? Oh, dumbass. You got to link the rigid body, you idiot. All right, there we go. I need to learn how to use, jiggle physics. I'm pretty sure you already know how. So you see how the ball is acting extremely different than the way the cube is, right? So when I push the cube forward, the ball just rolls. This is the whole premise of what I'm building here. So this is going to act completely differently than this one. So if we add in an item that has a mesh collider that has multiple different faces on it, you're going to get a different reaction as you go around. So, all right, cool. So we need to do another input here. Why do you keep doing that? Why are you trying to predict something that you can't predict? Stop. If input dot get key code, I don't want E, I want space. Put that on. Okay. So we're gonna make, what was it, jump force? Jump force is no. Jump is equal to true. My God. Formatting. All right. Else jump is equal to false. Okay. Then up here in the fixed update, this is where things are going to get a little weird. So, because with this one, we're going to have to de-increment. So we're going to have to figure out a way to make it to where you can't jump a bunch. So we're going to have to limit it down a little bit. So if jump then we want to go ahead and RB dot add force. We want to do jump force. And of course, we're going to multiply that by times that delta time with a velocity change. So this is where I'm going to kind of, I might change this. So this might become an explosive force. But for now, all right, so let's go ahead and get rid of the sphere because we don't actually need the sphere. How much jump force do we want? We'll just stick with a standard 200 right now. I think we're gonna go with like a 2000 actually. That's probably gonna be excessive. But we can always dial it down. There we go. It's actually really not that bad because if you're going, boom. And then you can actually add some left and right. Really floaty though. Yeah. Hey, there you go. We got the makings of a game. Let's go. We already got a jump mechanic in. All that fun stuff. So. I don't really want a whole... Man, we could do a whole bunch of tags. So... we need a public int. Call it jump count. Boom. All right. If jump and jump count equals 0. Okay. If getting down and jump count equals no. No, we just want to take this and we want to make jump count equal to 1. Okay. I need to learn jiggle physics in real life. All right, so we shouldn't be able to. What? Oh, hold on. You're not wrong. Okay, why are you not adding the force though? What's going on here? Oh my god, that's so tiny. Why are we not? Okay, we're not getting an actual jump anymore. What's going on with that? Maybe because it's happening faster than this can actually account for it. Might have to come up with another solution for that. I mean, it did technically jump. Kind of. Hmm. Yeah, okay. That's not. Let's get rid of this.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know.
The fuck did I just do there? All right. Let's try that. Because what I can do is I can do an on collision enter. Why is that calling so many times? Oh no. All right, we're going to get rid of that. For now. We will figure that out later. I might honestly just make it to where you can jump indefinitely. Because it doesn't really break anything within the game. To be completely honest. Clean all this shit up. Okay. Doesn't really break anything if you can just jump. But essentially what you can do is if you really wanted to break the game, I was still playing when I made those changes to the code. Oops. But essentially you could just sit here and do this and then just go forward. Unless I build it in a box. Which I will. All right. Yeah, I'll deal with all that in a minute. Let's see. All right, what we need to do. We technically have everything that we need to start the actual game. All right, let's do something really quick here. Let's go ahead and this save scene as test scene in the scenes folder. Cool, save, boom, done. All right, test scene is fine. So if we actually go to project and create a new scene altogether, and we call this level 1. Load that up. We technically have everything that we need. Technically. So we'll take a Pro Builder asset here and we'll make a cube. And then we will take the materials, so the ground material on it, windows, Pro Builder window. All right. Now I got to remember how to quickly go into all this stuff. Grid snapping. Actually, no. Yeah. That bear. Okay. Just go full size here. We'll go ahead and reset the transform. Focus on the object. And we will make it 100 wide. And 100. There we go. X and Z is good to go. And then. Okay. So we'll go to the main camera. We'll add the component. Follow player. Transform is going to not be this cube. We're going to actually make a Pro Builder object. We're going to make a sphere. Okay. Let's see. Pro Builder. Actually. So with this one, right? Oh, God. Brain. There we go. All right. So your subdivisions, let's go with 5 subdivisions. There's a reason why I'm doing this. Okay. There we go. All right. So, God, that's a lot of subdivides. Just wanted to do a comparison here. Because you see how wobbly this one is? Let's take a look at this really quick and see. It's a mesh collider, so it should act the same. So if we throw this on there really quick, and we add the component of the player movement to that, and then we add a rigid body, and then we take that rigid body and add it here, and then we move this object. Why can't I move you? Why are you locked in place? What the fuck is going on here? Oh, you're grid snapping. Duh. All right. Nope, shit. What? Why are you not colliding? You should be, unless I don't have you on the wrong face. Why are we not colliding here? What's going on with that? Because it's not convex. Yes. No, I didn't. Okay. Well, we need to adjust the offset either way, because we didn't actually put it in there. So we're gonna bring it. What is it? 2 -6. There we go. Okay, so 200, 200, 2,000. Okay. All right. Hmm. That's hold on. We need to go. Why are you so weird now all of a sudden? Orientation, okay, yeah. Why? Why are you so weird all of a sudden? Did I break my Pro Builder tool? It's already a Pro Builder asset. There we go. All right. Now, that should fix that issue. There we go. Now it's actually acting correctly. Holy God, that's a big jump. All right, there we go. So your first ones are going to be a little bit different. So we're going to have to do some adjustments and stuff like that. But essentially what we're going to want to do here is I'm probably going to make this one. I'm not going to make it so wide. I think we'll make it 50 wide. And then we'll move it along the x-axis, -25. Why did that not center? Are you not center? No, you're not. Reset the transform. Still didn't center. Why? Yeah, it did. Okay, we're good. Do you need it from Mushroom? Yeah, what up? What up, Haleen? Halenemon? All right, I like it. Welcome in, welcome in. Jiggle physics for Mushroom Man would be perfect. Although he might get banned for that one. He might get banned for that one. What are you going to make? Okay, look. In all fairness, Dante's Inferno 100% had Satan with a giant floppy cock. So if you can't have that on a game about religion, then why do we even play games? All right. Back to this rant over. Ooh. All right. Yeah, Satan would. If you've never played Dante's Inferno, yes, when you get to the last fight with Satan, you legitimately have to fight a guy with a giant swinging cock. And I'm not talking like un bojito. I'm talking about fucking man was not in any bad places. Let's put it that way. Sorry. Had to bring that up because it really does kind of irk me that it really does kind of irk me that he got fucking banned for that shit. I haven't played it in a while either. Didn't plan on it, but now I kind of want to see the hype. Hold on a second. Like, no joke, when I say that it had a giant swinging dong, like, look at that fucking thing right there. I mean, come the fuck on. Like, the man has larger nuts than most horses. Come on. Been playing Outlast Trials. There's titties and dong in that game. Yeah, and you don't get banned for that. You don't get banned for that at all. That's what's annoying about it. All right. Let's not Jesus. Let's see. I mean, I can't argue the facts there. But yeah, that man has got larger nuts than most basketballs. I can't get over that. Hey, thank you for the follow, Aileen. Much appreciated. All right, we gotta actually start building out a level here. Okay. Let's see. First things first, we need to fix the camera. Skybox is going to be solid. And why are you way the fuck up there? What's going on here? What? Why are you floating like that? What the fuck is going on here? Oh. Okay. Okay, we're gonna kind of play a little bit here. Think that's a good one. Okay, and then we're gonna come down to shit, what was it? Oh, the lighting panel. We're gonna go ahead and add, where you at? Real-time lighting, maybe? No. Oh, environment, fog. And we're going to make the fog same color as the background. Okay. And then we're going to, I don't want this. I promise I'm not ignoring you. I just want to make a little bit of progress. So this conversation deserves the follow. These conversations happen a lot more often than I would like to admit. I literally told somebody to join my Discord because we have an orgy every Friday. So, kind of game are we working on here? So this is going to be a physics-based game where it just uses additive force to make, or for platforming reasons. So we're going to be building out a long, narrow hallway that is going to be, yeah, join my Discord for the every Friday orgy. But I just lost my train of thought. Thank you. Every Friday, you say. But no, it's gonna be a physics-based platformer. And every level you go through, the shape is gonna get more and more complex. So for the first level, you're gonna be a ball, which is relatively easy to control with everything. But as you move through, you're going to get more and more complex shapes, and eventually you're going to end up with cubes and triangles, prisms, things like that. So all right, let's go ahead and get that done. All right, we need another. What is this one? This is the floor. Let's go ahead and call that the floor. Then we're going to put that on the right plane. Your ground plane. Okay. Sphere, it needs to be player tagged. Okay. Sounds smart. I like it. Yeah, it's getting there. It's not going to be anything special. After I get done with this, I'm going to drop it on my Discord just so for people can do it. But this is a 2-week like challenge for me. I'm going to see how much of it I can get done in 2 weeks. It's going to have menus, everything else, and then from there we're going to be it's just a refresher for me to get back into physics thought rather than push button move player. Because this one is not going to be push button move player. You have to build up the momentum. So the best way that I can explain what I'm talking about is this one. 2 weeks. How much time is left? Today is day 1. So it might be a little faster than 2 weeks, but I think before we get started on our game, I want to make a horror scene in prep for our game. Fuck yeah. I'm down. 100%. I'll make that my test bed area. So I also got to remind me, Medium, please remind me that I need to make the actual version control and everything so we can both work on it at the same time. Unity, did you crash? Okay. So I don't have my hand camera, but essentially when you press the button, you don't build up any momentum until you get momentum built. And the more you press the button, the more momentum you build. So this is just tapping, and then you can do the same thing with left and right. So if you're trying to platform, you're going to have to use forces to your advantage, and then of course a jump. So you need to make the version control so we can both work on the game. Do it after I'm done breaking my brain with physics. So yeah, that's what we're working on, Haley. All right, back to level 1. So, and I also want the fog of war here. I also want the fog of war here so that it's like a progressive thing as you go through. Makes it look a little bit cleaner too. Yeah, no problem. It lets my brain work too. Yeah. This thing, not as wrinkled as it should be. Yeah. Very empty. No, I don't want to. Yeah, I do. No, I don't. I don't want to do this. We're just going to do it the old fashioned way. Okay. The flavor I got, this is sour watermelon drop. It's actually delicious. And it's by Geek Bar. There you go. There you go. I love sour and I love sweet, and these just make it to where I don't eat a bunch of cake all day. All right, vertice. Oh shit! Fuck! I forgot to close my Pro Builder. Tools, Pro Builder window. You go here. Was it? There we go. On vertice snap U. And then we want to take this face and we want to kick it up, but I don't want to do it like that. I want to snap. Why are we not a local or global? There we go. Global. Go ahead and whoop. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, sure, that'll work. Yeah, watermelon. That sounds so good. I've got Dragon Blue Raz by Spaceman. That one sounds like it would be absolutely delicious. I love blue raspberry. So if you don't use Pro Builder and Unity, God rest your soul, because you can do things like this. And now I have a wall. And I actually didn't want to vertices snap that one. Bitch. Why are you being dumb? There we go. That's not going to work out. I fucked up. I extruded this. I didn't mean to extrude it. Ah! There we go. All right, you, face. I don't want to extrude. I don't know nothing about them little doohickeys. 10 out of 10. Way to go, noob. Yeah. In fairness, so on my Discord right now, I do have a game that I built with a small little group while I was in college. And it was fantastic. There we go. Wall done. There we go. So yeah, this is the power of Pro Builder. And then even from there, if I wanted to, I could take this, go up by one, take this over, and then just go whoop. Give me that face. No, I don't want you. I want the face. There we go. And then you extrude. And then you take... God. This is going to be a big room. All right. Extrude that down. Shit. Made it way too big. What? Now I'm confused. Is it a perspective fail here? Yeah, okay. It's fine. Bring it back up. Then you take this face, and then you just go vertices snap, boop, bam. Now you got a box. So I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but whenever you're building within this, it is not very easy to do boxes and stuff like this. So you could easily just take this one, and I'm actually going to kick it back up one, delete this entire thing out, extrude this down, and then I'm going to take this whole face over, extrude it out, and then vertices snap it straight over. And you just do that, boom. That prevents Z fighting, and it completely encloses it. And instead of having a bunch of different objects, you have one. And there you go. You're done. And now, whenever you come in here and you start moving around, you're in a box. Boop. And now I can't jump too high, which means I probably need to cut down the thing. Whee! All right. Because you can jump to infinity. But what you could do also, so if you take this back and you say you wanted to have something there, so you could push this back and get some pretty interesting designs and stuff within the actual faces. And then you can do these as well. So if you wanted to grab this and go like this, you could have a pretty interesting design. Pro Builder, the way to go. Actually kind of like that. But if you're doing something without imported assets, that definitely use Pro Builder. Because then I can have this come up and then be an entire other section of the game. So made invisible walls in Unity, and I don't know and I know it wasn't hard, but I honestly don't remember how I did it. I'll show you. Let's see. Because I need to put one here anyway, so all you gotta do, create empty. Call this ceiling block. Sure. You come over here to the inspector and you go add component. Box collider. Boom. And then you grab that. Bring it up. Because it has vertices as well, you can actually, whoa, hello. And then say, I don't know, it's just, I don't know how big I want to make this. How wide are you? Like 120? So let's make this one. No, this one was 50. So I'll make this one 52 to account for the extra 2 spots. Motherfucker. There you go. And then you make it, I don't know, 20. Okay, so it needs to be 54. Maybe wider. So that's fine. A little bit of overhang is fine. But invisible wall right here. So if we come back in and we play, Bob Ross would call that a happy little accident. You're not wrong. So we come out here. I got to be really careful so I don't roll off the edge. But so right here, boom, we hit the wall. Little invisible wall. So if you wanted to make skylights or whatever, that would be an easy way to do it to where a player couldn't jump out of them. So just a box collider. And then whenever you're actually in game, you won't see it at all. Because if we come here, so you can see it's clearly open. Boop. But you can't get through. But yeah, that's how you do an invisible wall. Easy enough. I also just turned my caps lock on, which wouldn't be good. But as far as like the programming and stuff goes, that's really it. Some other things that you can do is like, if we take this entire thing, right, and we go ahead and we create, yeah. So another thing that you can do, which I need to do anyway, is we need to create a death plane. If you wanted to, you could easily just do this. Call it death plane. Why does this seem wrong? Oh, whatever. And then we need to go add component, box collider. And then we just need to make it, I don't know, 1,000 along the Z. And then 200 wide. Cool. And then we'll reset the transform. Not that. Okay. 1,000. by 1,000. Sure. Cool. This is 0, 0. Can you teach us how to make Fallout 4 from scratch? Actually, it's not as hard as you think. As far as like the mechanics and stuff go, it's really honestly not that bad. But the shooting and everything is all done by ray tracing. It would take a while to build out all the mechanics and everything, like the building mechanics and all that. But as far as like the actual like movement, you're looking at it right now. It's the same thing, except for you're not using a different force mode. You're just using the add force, and then you're running it constantly. So instead of get key up or key down, you're running get key, which just looks for a change in the actual key press itself, whereas get key down is just a singular input. So the movement would be relatively easy. The guns, again, would be relatively easy. They don't use any kind of really bullet fall off. It's all ray tracing. So do you remember when I was working medium on the attack for my the attack for the boxes inside of the other game that we're going to be working on? It's the same thing. That's all they're doing. And then you just put a skin on it, and then you make the point come out from the center of the player, and then that's where your reticle's at. So it's the same thing for the guns. As far as like melee goes, that's all animation, and that is going to be an animation event. So you have a collider attached to your sword, wrench, knife, whatever it is, and then you have that be a trigger that does something. So you'll see the item go through the person, and then whenever that collider actually touches that person, it will do X. So whether it calculate damage or whatever it is. Now, would it take me a while to build that? Yes, it would. It would take me a very long time to build everything. It took them 9 years with a full team to develop Fallout 4. So could I do it? Yes, it would take me time, a lot of time, but I'm not quite that good where I could do it in a week. Yes, 100%. All right, so this is my death plane. We actually need to move it a little bit. Yeet. Can we? There we go. I'm operating on a rather large scale, so give me this thing. Go ahead and no, I don't want to do that. You know what? We're just gonna build a new one. That's fine. Aileen watches in confusion. I love your confidence. Oh, I appreciate it. I'm either overly confident or really dumb. One or the other. Just gonna call this some back wall. Move this one to where I can actually see it. Then the level. Okay. There we go. I don't remember my hotkeys for moving all this stuff, so selecting all this stuff, so yeah. But yeah, as far as it goes, like, to be completely honest, it's not insanely hard to build mechanics like that. The building would be a little bit difficult, because you'd have to be able to instantiate a prefab that would be placed in a specific way, and then you would have to set limits within that. And as far as like the camera work and everything goes, first and third person, you saw that I already did that one. So what other major mechanic is there? The slowdown mechanic. That one is literally just altering the game's time. So The only thing keeping me from full confidence in 3D art is red redo polygology. You've told me what this means before, and I still don't remember what it is. Still, but I'm going to sit down tomorrow morning and do some learning. Yeah, and I totally butchered that word. Retopology? Yeah, there we go. All right. What were we doing? Oh, yeah, we're building a game. Okay, so I think we can cut down the jump force a little bit here. And what's cool about the way that we're building this, actually, the sphere actually needs to be renamed to player. Aileen, if you want to know anything that I'm saying, feel free to ask. I have zero problems explaining stuff. Most of the time, I actually end up explaining everything that I'm doing anyway. But so we might actually completely get rid of this guy. You don't have the time? Oh, trust me. I got another, 2.5 hours. I got plenty of time. If you come with me today and Mr. Mishu's fucking tutorials, ground, we'll go ahead and pop that in. Ooh. I don't know if I like that or if I want to keep it. That's going to make it really hard. Now, let me see if I can fix that really quick. So let's go ahead and we're going to create an empty. We're going to call this a light. And we're going to add a directional light. What? There we go. I'm just add a light. Okay, we want to pull this up over top. Okay. Erectional? I'll just heckle you about things I know nothing about. Like I do the motion. Erectional. I like it. All right, you know what? I never claimed to be a smart guy. Spotlight? I don't like spotlight. Let's go to the point light. Let's see. Let's kick the intensity down to 0.3. No, that's way too low. 0.5. 6. Whoa! 0.6. Now we'll do 0.7. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and bind that to the player. Let's see. Hard shadows. Okay, soft shadows. Let's go ahead and kick that down a little bit. Let's see. No, we want to leave the bias down. We want it now. Okay, that's fine. We can actually move this up a little bit. There we go. She's a backseat game dever. I like it. Someone has to be. I'm not complaining. Keeps me on my toes. Yeah. Well, so, it's stupid, but some of the best things that I've ever dealt with as far as oh yeah, that jump is way better. Okay, I don't like that. Okay, so we're gonna unbind that from the player, and then we're going to add a component to this and call this one the light follow. Create an ad. But so some of the things like so there. Oh, thank you for the like on YouTube, much appreciated. There are there are a lot of game ideas that I have that have come from a really really stupid idea. And no, Haleen, I'm not calling you stupid, but like somebody was just fucking around and they looked at me and was like, "Wow, yeah, wow." So somebody was just fucking around with me at work one day and they were like, "Hey, what if you made a game about this?" And I actually broke it out and looked at it, and yeah, it would have actually worked. It 100% would have worked, and it would have been great. It would have been a fantastic game. I'm going to tell you about it later, Medium. Actually, I don't really care. Nobody's going to steal it. But I think I've already sent you all the details on it. But that's how I came up with the idea for Counterspell. Oh yeah, the game Bread. You're not wrong. Don't need this. All right, we need a public transfer function. No, I don't need a transfer function. Transform, player trans. Okay. And then we're just literally going to okay. And then under here, we're going to go ahead and set the transform. Position equal to player.transform position plus offset. Boom. Good to go. Sick. That should keep it out of the rolling situation here and just keep it directly above the player. So the player trans is going to be this guy. Boom. And the offset is just going to be... Fuck, what is your relative position? Not you. You. 2.72, and this is 4.72, I think. Light. There we go. 4.62, so we'll do a transform of 2. All right, so now when we play... There we go. There it is. That functions a lot better. Keeping it out of local and global. Yeah. Whoa! I forgot to change the jump force here. No, that is. Okay. Oh, sourdough is delicious. But anyway, no, Counterspell. So it's a game idea that we were sitting out there. I'm an aircraft mechanic, if you don't know. We were sitting out there about to launch an aircraft, doing all of our pre-checks, and everything was going on. And we were all just sitting there bullshitting, doing our work. And somebody was like, hey, what if you made a game that was based on if the military or the government discovered Hogwarts? And I was like, okay, you're a pretty fly guy. Thank you. I appreciate it. For a white guy. Anyway, so we were out there and he was like, well, what if you did that? And I was like, okay, yeah, cool. That could work. What's the premise of it though? And he was like, think Counter-Strike, but with wands and military members. And I started breaking it out, and there is a lot of potential there for a game. And the balancing is going to be absolutely a nightmare, but there is a lot of potential there for a game. Let's go 500 jump force. I feel like that'll work. Why was that one jump insanely high? So, kind of. So think about it as in like wands versus guns. So you're going to have the military side, and then you're going to have the Hogwarts side, or the spell side, so that they're You're going to have like Rainbow Six Siege versus Hogwarts. And yes, I plan on building it at some point. At some point. After I get a little bit more magic versus ammunition. Got it. Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah, 100%. Pretty much. This one just... See, this is kind of the one negative side about this, is that this is just a void. Kind of want it to be a void, but I also kind of don't like how it looks. So... You sob, I'm in. Oh, by the way, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's, you filthy animals. All right, so I think we'll start with the void. We need to make it happen. Facts. Facts. I need to do these things. All right, so we got the first little starting area. This is going to be where you're going to have plenty of time to get through, and it's the void. There is no difference in the walls or anything. So it's 100% a void, which is exactly what I wanted. So you can get plenty of time to just fuck around and figure out what does what. And then this is going to be where you come up to your first ledge. So... come on, get over there. All right. So, for the death plane, that is a trigger. Sorry, my brain shut off there for a second. I have so many 3D things to make though already. We're going to need another artist or two. No, I mean, we're not gonna do all these projects at the same time. I promise. It's gonna be a bit rough for that. Damn, I might actually have time to play a little bit of gaming tonight. Motion be better. Grow more arms. Get more computers. Do more things you want to do. Alright, so this is for the death plane, so go ahead and do that. Is trigger. No, I've got, besides this one, I'm still working through some of the mechanics for my other one. So Forever Fallen, my space colonization game, I'm still working through shit with that. And then I've got the fucking horror game that we're going to be building. I'm not going to have enough programming time for all of it. All right, so void on... trigger enter. If other got okay, hold on. Other dot game object dot as tag is equal to player destroy other game object. Cool. Hopefully one of those is for Charles. Hold on. I'll get 4 computers and 3 monitors per. Charles still scared. Don't let him get you by the balls. Charlie bit me. Sorry, that's all I think about whenever somebody says the name Charles. So, all right. Destroy other game object, and then we need to actually come up here and go using Unity engine scene management, and we need to go destroy the game object and Actually, no. UI. There we go. Charles. Why do I know that name? Why do I know Charles's name? What am I forgetting here? We're gonna need game object. Yeah, we're gonna do a public game object. Lose scene, lose screen. So we're gonna go ahead and debug .log just to make sure this works. Wrong button. You died, you idiot. Okay. Bitch, quit it. Fingers, stop. All right. So we're going to do the lose screen here in a second. Oh, Choo Choo Charles. Okay, yeah, that's why I was remembering that. Fucking, that game is fucking horrendous and horrifying, and I love it. Everything about it. You ran a train on me. It was rude. Oh, I love it. Choo Choo Charles is fantastic. I actually really like the Choo Choo Charles series. I know it doesn't seem like we're doing a lot because we're really not. I'm more just sitting here bullshitting with you guys, and it's really distracting. All right, it's not gonna do anything. It's there, but it's not gonna break anything. It's fine. First things first, we need to make sure that this death screen actually works. Cool. You died, you idiot. Missing reference. The object type transform has been destroyed, but you are still trying to access it. Okay.
Lions roaring in the morning sun, searching for a longer day. People feeling like the light.
So if you're curious how series, there's more. Sorry, I'll leave. But what? What? Hold on. There's a series to Choo Choo Charles?
Life is happy, but it's so insane. We must merely make a start.
You don't have to leave. Insanity is welcome here. All right, so we'll go ahead and make a quick UI canvas and focus on the canvas. Oh yeah, you're scaled relatively, so that's fine. Go ahead and scale with screen size. Reference is going to be a 1920 by 1080. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and dock this here so it'll fix my resolution size. And then we'll go ahead and UI Text Mesh Pro. Yeah, sure. Import the essentials. That's fine. Okay. You know what? Gonna do a vertical layout group. Did I put that on text message pro? God damn it. Hold on. We need to remove that. Remove that component. On the canvas, we need a vertical layout group. That's fine. Let's see. Okay, we want this one middle center. Cool. Text Mesh Pro. You have died. You know what? Let's do a classic. Wasted. Go ahead and center that as well. Don't really care too much about that. So then we're going to go here and we're going to add a UI element. Button for Text Mesh Pro. Don't worry, I'll fix all the stuff. The button is going to say restart. Okay. Sick. All right. You said Choo Choo Charles series. He's ignoring your claims. I am not. Okay, so I have a thing called streamer brain. I can say something and completely forget that I said something. I know Medium does the same thing because I've said something to him and then he replied and then I said, hey, so about that thing that you said, and he went, what are you talking about? It's streamer brain. It's a real thing. So I have no idea what you're talking about. For a long roundabout way, feel it. I too have very few wrinkles. Yeah, see, this is way too smooth. This shit's like ice up here. The idea is just go right off the top. Let's change this vertical layout group. Let's see. Okay. Let's go ahead and increase this font size a lot a bit. You should recenter. Why are you not recentering? What in the flying fuck is going on here? Whatever. Okay. All right. So this button, we actually need to put this in. So let's go ahead and add a component and we'll go button controller. Okay. Yes, I have very, very little wrinkles. And especially when I'm doing this, I really don't have any wrinkles. So oh yeah, no, I do that on a regular. If I'm not asking what your name is, then I don't care to know what your name is. Let's put it that way. All right, that's fine. Okay, so death plane, canvas, boom. We're going to set that one inactive. We're going to come back here, and then we're going to go. Let's see, game object dot set active. What? Okay. Damn. Why don't you like this? Game object. The trigger delay screen. Game object is obsolete. Game object is obsolete. Uses game object. Oh. That's what I was trying to do earlier. Okay, hold on. I also why don't you like this? But I can. What? Lose screen is directly tied to a game object. Why are you not letting me do this? Defines whether the game object is active in the scene. That's what I thought. Yeah, that's why I use that. Oh, duh. Fucking idiot. God damn it. Sorry, the brain broke there. Don't mind what just happened. There we go. Syntax. It's important. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Okay, yeah. So now this is going to destroy the game object. Come on, get some speed. Oh, I mind. Boom. There we go. And then that's going to activate the button, which you're going to have to figure out this null reference exception later. I mean, I know a way around it, but I don't want to do it that way. It's destroying the game object, so I could technically destroy the camera and everything else, but you wouldn't be able to see anything after that. So it wouldn't work out in your interest. But I technically don't need to destroy the object. All I got to do is this. And then it'll just forever follow the ball down into death. I can actually just disable any kind of movement and everything as well by just deactivating the player movement. See? Set the time scale to 0, so wasted. So, and then we could set the material and change it, or we could disable the mesh renderer or whatever. We can figure out the death states later. I just wanted to get the scene working up. And then once we go back into the canvas and we open up the button controller and we go get rid of all this generic shit that we don't care about. And then using all caps. Scene management. Scene manager.load scene.get current scene. So call this one the restart function, void restart. And then we're just going to go you can use the restart function. I think we could all use the restart function. At some point, everybody is going to sit there and just want to hit the reset button. God, can you imagine? You go into a meeting or something and you royally fuck it up. And then you're just like, well, boop, done. Gone. Or you finally land like with whatever person you're trying to, score with, and you just fucking you just don't lay it down like you wanted to. Well, retry. Got a little bit of ED going, yeah, just retry. All right. Anyway, scene manager dot load scene. Scene manager.load scene dot get shit. Load scene is a function built in. Shit. Hold on. I've written this syntax so many times. I always forget what it is. Location.load level. Okay, I don't care about level. Scene manager.load scene. There we go. Unity scripting API. Let's go for the win. Causing a giant tornado thing? Wait, what? Hold on, I missed something here. The ED. Yeah, no shit. Life is strange. Yes. I mean, can I reset but keep the knowledge? Yeah, of course. 100%. And of course we'll avoid, well, I mean, I guess the tornado thing could be a thing. So you could only use it in dire situations. I mean, 100%. We could make it to where why are you doing this? Oh god, this is gonna be awkward. Hold on, how many parentheses do I need? Just need the one. There we go. Scene manager.load scene. Okay. And then we need to reset timescale. And then we need to, I think we need to, hold on. Let me check this really quick. I don't know if we're going to need to because it automatically loads not up. Oh, yeah. Good storm. No, too late. We already decided. No tornadoes. No. You can't. You gotta take in the tornadoes. Tornadoes are important. If you don't put in the tornadoes, then, you know, what are you going to look at in between the reset? Have you ever actually witnessed a tornado coming up? Because that's amazing. Whee! Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Probably ought to actually set up the fucking programming. Dumbass. All right, button. Do that. Grab this. Do this. Let's see. Button controller. And I didn't make it public. Fucking dumbass. Hold on. Public. There we go. Or am I just blind and didn't see it? But I used to live in this older house with the metal awnings over windows and the front porch, and the tapping of rain on the metal during the storm is so cozy for me. So I honestly prefer being outside during the storm. I am a storm chaser, per se. Button controller and restart. Cool. All right. Check number 2. Shouldn't technically. Perfect. Okay, cool. Couldn't create a convex mesh from source. All right, cool. Yeah. And third time's charm. Boom. We got a restart in a death scene. Booshk. So I prefer being outside in a storm. So whenever we were growing up, I lived out in the middle of nowhere. We lived on 90 acres of land. It's all farmland on a very flat area, right? So whenever like a tornado would start spawning or something, we had visibility for miles. And we were out there one day and a freak tornado came through and the whole sky turned green and we saw the funnel cloud and everything. And, you know, of course my parents are like, go inside, it's dangerous. And I'm like, nah, fam, I'm getting in the car and going to follow it. I like being out in the rain. It doesn't bother me being wet. I don't like being in freezing cold rain. That shit sucks. But I like being out in the rain. I like being out in the mud, playing around, having fun. So that's just me though. You know? All right. Yeah. I think we're good there. We can actually add to the button controller a couple things, but I think we'll be all right. I'm down for the non-freezing rain. Same. Also grew up in the middle of nowhere on some acres. But you're not a storm chaser? I like to hear about the storm. I don't like to see it. So, yeah. Oh, hold on a second, guys. I have a visitor. Cute visitor too. Hello, cute visitor. Are you gonna eat my? Oh, no! Please don't lick me in the mouth. We got a hoodie for our puppy. Oh my goodness, you freak. We don't have storms out here? Oh, that's unfortunate. What's up, Miss Puppy? What's up, Miss Peanut? Ow, that's my face. That's my face. All right. Oh, yeah, she's a sweet baby. She's our pity puppy. She's very, very affectionate. Why are you cobbing me? All right. Are you ready to go run around and be crazy? Yeah? Okay. It flipped over. All right. What's up, Jakey Dude? Yeah, adorable Zoomy time. Yeah, you love her. She is absolutely awesome. And if you want to see more of her, join my Discord. Exclamation point Discord in the chat. Or the link down below. God, I'm getting so good at the shameless plugs. Oh my God, you should have you should have seen it. You should have seen it whenever we were it was me and it was me, Thor, and somebody else we were playing, and I just made it my goal to put as many shameless plugs as I could in one stream session. Don't ask me why. I have no idea. But it was fun. I really enjoyed it. No, don't do that. We need some verticality. So we're going to take this entire thing and we're going to angle her up. Oops. Don't do that. There we go. Okay, give me this. Nope, that's not the right one. I need the line. There we go. And then give me the vertices. Okay, I'm in. I'm not good at remembering to plug my Discord. I was going to make a joke about how Haleen is only allowed in my Discord server, but she's already in. Oops, I'll leave. Yeah, you got to get out so that I can bring you back in later, just to defy medium. You know, normal stuff, normal operations. Kind of want it to narrow out right here. So that's fine. Give me the face selection. Oh no. Fucked up my extrusion. Uh-oh. That's not good. Maybe we can make it work. All right, let's give it a shot. That's going to be a very, very thin wall, I think. Can you stop it? Why are you not snapping to that one? You should let me snap to this one. Why are you not? Being a little wonky, aren't we? I don't like that at all. So we're going to undo all that. And then we're going to just take this guy and we're going to extrude it over. And vertices snap it over. There we go. Oops. That'll work. And extrude it again. Uh-oh. Come on, fingers. You're not working with me today. There we go. Stop it. Now, if you don't know why I did that, don't worry, I don't either. I just wanted it to be like a... There we go. There we go. Nice little ramp area. Build up a little bit of momentum. And call it a day. If you build up the momentum, you can get a little bit of a ramp. We'll have a gap here. So we'll extrude all these faces. Now, how in the fuck did you end up like that? Oh, because I'm stupid. Oh, that's going to bother the ever loving piss out of me. So, be right back, JK. I am free range, Haley. Free range, huh? No additives in your food? I like it. Just able to walk around and peck the ground whenever you need to. Okay, so because I'm dumb, we're going to have to build in a separate wall here, I think, and we're going to have to get rid of this. Because this is going to bother the ever-loving piss out of me. You're never going to see it. Ever. The whole point of this is that you're going to come up to the ceiling. All organic, grass-fed. Nice. I live my best life. My soils are rich with nutrients. Nice. Oh. Dog is ridiculous. So, this is going to be kind of like the first obstacle area. And all of this is going to be encased. But the problem is right now, this is actually destroying me. That is actually going to ruin my life here. I don't like that I'm having to undo this, but it is what it is at this point. I mean, I could make it work, but I'd have to rebuild custom stuff, and that's not exactly the point of this. So we're going to sacrifice a little bit here. No, it's this fucking first wall. Why are you not one? Hold on. You guys, now you're too goddamn thick. I blame motion. So do I. It's all his goddamn fault. I mean, it honestly, it's not really that big of a deal. To be completely honest, it's really not. But at the same time, it's gonna drive me fucking nuts. It's 100% gonna just drive me fucking bonkers. Why are you doing that? Okay, never mind. That was perspective. And also, these are not correct. Way more vertices than need to be. You aggravate me sometimes, Pro Builder. Why would you do this to me? Okay. All right, we'll deal with that for now. I want it to get close to the ceiling up here, but we need to extrude this face out to match there. And then I want this to go to there, just like so. That's gross. I don't like it. I hate it. I hate my own work, guys. Can never be too thick. You're not wrong, but I need the jiggle physics before we can say that. I'm down with the thickness. Okay, kids, dinner time. Ness? I mean, I got what you were meaning, and you don't have enough C's in there. We need at least 3 C's. I'm out. Yeah, have a good dinner. Enjoy. Hopefully it tastes delicious. Thank you for hanging out while you wait for your din din. Okay, so this is fine. And yes, I just said din din. What about it? Let's go ahead and do this. And I'm actually going to extrude this out and bring it to that guy right there. Bring that guy up to right there, I guess. Or do I... Nah, I kind of want it to be focaled in. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and play this really quick and check something. I'd say din din a lot, so no judgment. Okay, this is perfectly fine. You can kind of actually fly if you get it down right, which I'm okay with, but okay. I'm not actually here doing level design today. I actually just wanted to test some things and make sure they worked. But we're going to have to put another death plane up above so that, like, if they try to fly out of the map, it'll kill them. And then I'm going to put a death plane on each side as well. So we can actually just duplicate this one and bring it up. Just got to make sure that I don't leave the death plane in the way. So we're just going to delete that one for now. After we get to a certain point, I'm going to make it to where you have a death plane underneath. Like, this death plane can actually be duplicated many different ways. So, for instance, if I wanted to, we could go ahead and duplicate this, and we could actually add a material to it. So if we come into this, into our materials, and we go create a new material, and we go, I don't know. Actually, I don't even need that. I need to do something else there with that one. So we'll go ahead and create a new 3D object pro builder. Make a cube. And then can do here is say, for instance, we wanted this one to there. If we make this thing a bigger, actually, I don't want it there. I want it. Come on now. Oh, I'm on the wrong fucking thing. That's why. Okay. And then we'll actually take that. What are you doing, man? Figure out your life. There we go. Fingers are just not wanting to function right today. Take that. Go ahead and zoop this over to here. And then we'll go ahead and zoop that up to there. Take this face and we'll kick it out a little bit. Right? Say this is the first obstacle. What we can do here is we can make this one a convex and a trigger. And then that'll make it to where it's transparent and not actually collide with it. And then we can add the... Where's it at? Where am I doing here? Project, assets, death trigger. Boom, add that to it. Loose scene. Just reattach the canvas. Cool. And then we put a material on this. So if we go back into this, go to materials. The new material we'll rename death. And then we'll go here. Make it a green color for poison, I guess. And then turn the alpha down to there. Should work. And you put that on there. That's not green enough. And turn the alpha up. And make it purely green. Make it very... Actually, we do want the alpha to be down a little bit, so let's go ahead and adjust that down. Wow, it's almost completely transparent, and I can't see a difference here. So, now, whenever... So if you come here and you go, huh, boop, wasted. You can restart and try again. So now we have our first obstacle. So you'd come over here and you'd go, ah. And you obviously would have to, have something to land on or something along those lines. The death plane is literally just there to set it up to where if they get out, they can, if somehow they get their way out of the facility that I'm creating, then it won't be that big of a deal. They can just fall through, die, restart. Again, 2-week project. Nothing crazy. We're not going to be doing any insanity here. Why is the rendering so weird? They must never escape the facility. You are not wrong. We're actually going to move this over a little bit. And then we're going to take this face extrusion. We're going to extrude this guy out a little bit. And then we're going to go to here. Oops. You know what? We can actually take all these faces here. And we can extrude those out. And make a match to that one. Extrude those out again. I'm sorry. Why did you not extrude? Why are you not doing what you're supposed to do? There we go. Boom. Extrude those out again. And then we'll turn grid snapping back on for a second. There we go. And we'll go like this. Turn grid snapping off. Okay. Let's get some verticality up in this level, yeah? Woo! This might not work too well with the way I have the camera set up. Because I can't come back. So we're going to have to keep that size a little small. What I can do, right, is we can take that. So we have our death pit here. Yeah. That death pit, I can make it match, but we want a little bit of a drop, a little bit of depth, And leave this here. And then what we can do is we can just have a platform here and here, and then you got to jump up to the next ledge. So that'll get you used to the jumping aspect of things. Okay. And then gonna make it a little bit taller. And then what we can do here is, what is this? Okay, that's the cube. We'll call this poison pit or acid pit. Acid pool. There we go. I'm literally making up all this shit on the fly, so it's not like it's super demanding or anything. Let's see. Brain, come on now. There we go. I'm about to get started on a new model I'm making. Not sure exactly where I'm going with it just yet, though. Well, what's the theme? Or are you just going with a model? Because if you're theming it, because you just did the animal, you could do something that is... You could bounce back and forth between inanimate and animate. If you wanted to, of course. Oh shit, I opened this up. Why are you not charging? Hold on a second. What the fuck is going on with this? There we go. Sorry, my iPad wasn't charging. Are you looking for inspiration? I can send you a picture of my feet. Okay. It's fine. And then we will build platform. I wanted to make a model for Lotus. So I was going to do a Lotus, but also an animal in some way. But I asked her what her favorite animal is, and she hasn't responded. So as of right now, I'm just doing the Lotus first, but maybe horror themed. Ooh, a bleeding Lotus? That would be kind of sick, I'm not going to lie. A bleeding Lotus would actually be kind of fucking tight. Really got to remember to make sure I'm not. All right. My face. Bleeding Lotus would be kind of tight. Yeah, that'd be fucking sick, especially if you did it right and then you animated it. Oh, yo. That shit would be awesome. I agree and I approve this decision. Please make the Bleeding Lotus. I don't need to extrude it. I just need to move it. Now, my concern is that I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or if I'm going to have to put something here that says go up. So, again, it's not the end of the world if the game isn't perfectly hashed out because, again, This is just a project game. Why are you not letting me grid snap here? What is going on? I don't like this. Go away. Duplicate. Stop it. What is going on? Okay, that's fine. You know what? We will offset them a little bit just in case. And then we'll go ahead and take this wall and put the ground mat on it. And then take these faces. And we will extend those up. Oops. Give me that. Extrude those. Thank you. Okay. Now we can just grab all the faces and extrude them out. Did I fuck up? I think I fucked up. It's kind of been the theme of today is me fucking up, so it's fine. All right, so kind of seeing how the camera is going to work in this situation. Okay, so I should add a platform right here because that's going to be hard as fuck to do with the camera the way it is. Okay. All right. So we can make that like an introductory, I guess, just to get the basic movements down. And then inside of here, I'm going to add in like slants or walls that you have to go around. Make it nice and easy. But the general layout, I think for the first level is going to be this. And then we can put the wind condition up here. And we'll just put like a checkered flag or something. Some kind of like blue, similar to the way the death one works, but just make it something that's not bad. So I think that's the way we're going to work with that one. But as far as like the character controller and stuff, everything goes out is kind of done. Because what's really going to change from it is how you're handling the actual the items you're trying to get through. So, and I'm going to make them relatively short levels. That way, you know, and get done. And then like in this area, I'll have something up on the screen. I'll set up a secondary canvas that will just be on the screen that will just say, hey, if you do this, And I'll set it up to where you can like hit escape or something. And it'll be like, hey, if you do this, this is how you build momentum. This is how you do this. Or I might just make a how to play on the main menu. Not sure yet. I haven't decided yet. But we're going to go ahead and fix this because it's bothering me. I don't know why. Again, it's not going to be seen, but for my sanity, I'm going to go ahead and fix this. Oops. Yeah, it's fine, but I'd rather have the corner extrusions. Can you undo that, please? Thank you. Okay. God, that's so lopsided. I hate it. I hate it so much. I guess we can make it a little harder. I wanted to just be a big open area for them to get used to the controls before we start doing the craziness and making them fly across the entire map and other things like that. So I'm also debating on if I want to limit the jumps, increase the jump power, and limit the amount of jumps that they have. So, and then if you wanted to, we could actually, I think, if we select just this face, I could change these faces to just having the red color if I wanted to. That way it'll break up the continuity, but I'll make a different color for that. So let's go ahead and do a new material. Brain. Stop it. Material. Let's go ahead and go wall, matte, and we'll make this one kind of have a bluish gray. So let's go with more of like a darker purple, I think. Just to break it up between the floor and the ceiling. Might be way too dark now that I like look at it, but it'll be all right. At least look at one. Just want this one. Okay. Actually, I don't even think I need to do that. I think I can just. So now when you play, there'll at least be some breakup between the floor and the wall. Yeah, that looks good. Doesn't look like too much of a void. Now it looks like just a corridor. And you can start seeing the slopes and everything. And then this should explain that you need to go up. But I think what I'm going to have to do. Yeah, I think what I'm going to have to do is just add another couple platforms. And I think I might make it to where, like, let's see, how hard would it be to see? I mean, it's not too bad. Oh, God. Not too bad to see. As you see it, you can come up and then you can just... But if I only give you one jump, you have no correction at that point. But the way the camera angle is, I don't think it would be good. I don't know. I don't know how I want to handle that, but we're going to continue on the level from here, I think. I think everything's looking good so far. Thank you. I just got to figure out how I'm going to make it challenging. Because I also got to figure out how I'm going to get the camera to not. I think if I go in here and I go clipping distance near, I think if we cut that down all the way or put it up to further. Just before the screen. Okay. That should fix that issue where it is kind of working, but it's not. I'd have to actually like clip further. I think like that would be the winning point there where you could, yeah. I don't like that at all. I mean, I'm good with cutting it closer to the bottom of the screen at like a 4. That's fine. So let's change that and go 4. About put you on the be right back screen because I forgot. That's fine. Because that'll clip everything to just what you need to see. I am kind of curious on what that's going to do on. Go ahead and make it 3. That's fine. Like, jumping up into the ceiling, you can kind of see through with that kind of clipping distance. Do I introduce camera controls? That's the real question. Because I kind of want it to be just a straightforward camera fixed, but you can move around within the camera space. I'll have to make that decision. Not exactly sure. Okay. Not exactly sure how I want to handle that, just purely for that fact. Because whenever you get in areas like this, having the wall show up in your camera is going to be kind of annoying. Or do I make touching the ceiling a death chance? Because if we do that, then that will prevent people from just spamming space and going forward. So you'll actually have to control your power. Do we make everything that's not the ceiling a death plane? Or everything that's not the floor or a wall a death plane? Because then you'll have to actually control your ascent rather than just spam and go. Because right here, that's almost death. And then if you just fall off right here, boop, wasted. Then you can restart. Okay. We'll see. We'll see. Like that you have it say wasted. Yeah, it's gonna be great. What I'm actually really excited about is when I start getting to the cubes, because I'm wanting to regress it, because the new shapes, like you can do cone, cubes, curved stairs, like you can make it some wild shit, and then you just put a rigid body on it and just let it go, and it's gonna be the most awkward shit to move through. I'm excited to keep going with this. I think over the next 2 weeks, I am going to 100% just go wild with this, but I'm not trying to get too far into level design right now. I'm just trying to get like the bare bones basic stuff. So like the death planes, how we're going to handle platforms, things like that, because everything is going to be custom built. And I think the entire second week is just going to be me building out levels, because as far as mechanics go, they're almost there. I'm going to have to take some tweaking because I don't know if I like the ability to constantly jump or if I should just make it a single jump. But I also kind of want the add force thing to be more of a, you have to control it, because then I can have an entire section where it's nothing but death area, and then you have to fly through it using the space, kind of like Flappy Bird in a 3D space. Just make the character a door. Oh, that would be absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to handle that one yet. I think I'm going to leave it as is and kind of have it like a Flappy Bird situation where like the first couple levels, like, yeah, you can hit the ceiling. And then I'm going to have one level where it's just open air and it's death below you. And you have to avoid obstacles that are also death. So, and then you're just going to be using force. But with how you have to build momentum in this, it's going to be really interesting to see how people handle it. And then you could have multiple levels where you're on ground or flying, and then you can go back and forth. So I think I'm going to leave it with the add force to the top, and then you just free fall. So I think. Yeah, I think that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to leave it as is. I kind of like it. So, all right. Go ahead and save that. Boom. Done. We're going to call this level 1, and then we're going to work through on making it a little bit more convoluted. So, like here, I might introduce like the flying side so that you could get used to, flying up and over things with, a death pit every now and again. But as far as the first like beginning of the level, like, oh, hey, come here, get introduced to your first death area, fly up. And then I'll just have something on the wall that just like an arrow pointing up or something that tells you to go up. Kind of handhold throughout this whole thing. So, and then we'll move to like cutting this in half and making a nice tight corridor. Start introducing like slippery, things that don't have like friction, things like that. And I think that's how we're going to work through that. But I don't want to get too far into this because I want to get like the main menu done, things like that. So, and I think we are going to go with the third law, Newton's third law of motion. Because I think it's cool. Main menu. What's really bad? I didn't make a tutorial type of thing for lunch launch, but I don't know if it needs it. Maybe just a screen with controls. So, all right. Breaking down like the basics of the way that people handle games is having an area where you can learn how the game functions and how it plays. The actual controls, cool, that's one thing, but having an area where you can fail without having too difficult of things to figure out how they actually work is going to be not crucial, but really good. Because for instance, if you go in there and like, say for instance, you try to Dark Souls it and you just throw a area where you're trying to figure out how to add force to something and fly, and you got 47 things trying to kill you all at the same time, it's probably not going to bode well, and it's probably going to be a turn off. Whereas if you have an area where you can just jump in and be like, okay, cool. I can play around with the controls a little bit, figure out how to play it. Oh, hey, here's a thing that it's going to kill me if I run into it. Cool. Now I know. Just a step through process, not so much like a tutorial area. Because I'm going to just put the controls on it and then I'm going to let them figure it out as they go. And then slowly remove the handhold so that you get that progressive difficulty rather than all the difficulty right up front. All right, so for the main menu, this is going to be pretty easy. Yes, 100%. That's why I'm going to give them one level of hand holding and then be like, go, baby, go. And give me a canvas. We're going to set this one scale with screen, and then we're going to set it to 1920 by 1080 as the reference resolution. Okay. And focus on that and rotate around. Fantastic. Okay. So for this one, we're just going to need the name and then a vertical layout group. Let's go ahead and add this. Go add UI, Text Mesh Pro. For the Text Mesh Pro, we're going to go, yeah, text size is fine. I don't have any fonts, but we're going to just go ahead and bold and italicize this one. I haven't imported any fonts for any of this. And we're just going to call it the third law. Then we're going to go ahead and go here. We're going to anchor it to the top left and then set it to the top left. That way, when I scale it, it'll stay on the top left. And then once we do a vertical layout group, I'll put it at the top. But we're going to go ahead and bump this font size up quite a bit. Okay. And then I don't know what I'm going to do for the background. So let's just do image. And then we will go there you go. How the fuck do I do this again? I don't think I'm going to be able to use this directly. I think I have to convert it into a sprite, which I don't remember how to do. Properties. There we go. Texture type. Sprite 2D UI. Yep. Save. And then come here. Go here. And then boom. And then image type. Hold on. Preserve aspect and set native size. Boom. Okay. So things on bottom are up on top. And then give me this guy. I know it's ridiculous, but whatever. We're actually going to change that image and we're going to change the opacity way down. So it's just a nice little paint thing in the background. Cool. And then whenever we play on this, let me see what it looks like. All right, cool. Main camera, we're going to change the skybox to a solid color. Okay. Culling mask is fine. Perspective, cool. All right. There you go. The third law. I'm gonna change that out, but I just wanted to remember how to change things over to a sprite. But there's my logo. Enjoy it. So, by the way, if you don't know how to do that, say for instance, I just wanted to have, fuck, I don't even know, like this. So you come over here, you go to properties, and then you change this one over to a 2D sprite. So you save that. Cool. That gets rid of the background. And say, for instance, you wanted to have, I don't know, an image in here. You take this and you go like this. Boom. And then you preserve that and set native size, right? That tells you how big of a space you can work with, because we're working in 2D space. So say, for instance, you wanted to scale this image. It'll preserve the aspect ratio. And like, say for instance, you want to come down here and, I don't know, put a blurb here that said something. Oh, no, don't do that. Why am I not working in isometric? There we go. Say for instance, you want to come down here and say like Patreon, or have your logo or something along down here. You could do that without having to put your entire logo in the background. But, you know, obviously that's my donation blurb that I haven't set up yet. So, but yeah. That's how you could do that. But I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Yep, delete it. And we're going to leave that in there because why not? It's my game. So, all right. So, we actually need to create a secondary canvas underneath this, and call this one the buttons. Okay, and then we need to just come under here and then go UI, button text mesh pro. And then we can actually take this and change the entire size of the actual canvas and cut it down. So like, say for instance, you wanted just your buttons to be right over here in the bottom left hand corner, right? Because you want to leave your beautiful logo, I don't know where it's at. Sure, I guess. You didn't want to cover up your logo or the image. What the fuck are you doing, man? Can I don't want you. I want you. So say for instance, you wanted to have like all of your shit down here or something over here, and you didn't want to cover all this up, you could do that. So UI work can get kind of annoying. So just keep in mind that it can get kind of annoying. So, but if you can, use Text Mesh Pro. Don't use the Unity text, because the Unity text is kind of dog shit. But what you can do with like having a canvas here, so we can add a vertical layout group, which is why I actually specifically put this in here. And then we could do like top left, we could do lower left corner, and then every button that I add in past this. So if I go UI button, it'll just automatically space it out. So you don't have to worry about all your spacing and everything else. So no matter how big these buttons get, it'll keep it nice and spaced out for you. So oh, I put a button on a button. That didn't work. Cool. So you see I got 3 buttons now. If I wanted to, we could go ahead and change the size of them to where they're, you know, nice and big or whatever it is. So move that around really quick. What are we doing here? Why are we locked in place? Is it because the vertical layout group is Preventing me from doing anything? Yes, that's exactly what's going on. Okay. Button, button, button. All right. We'll fix that really quick. So this vertical layout group, we'll go ahead and go mid center. Just call it good. I really don't like that. Mid left? Nah, that's terrible. Mid center. That's fine. I'm not the best at UI work. I have had very little actual work with it. But you can come in here and you can go play. Play. You guys want to know a cheeky little trick? If you're doing anything dealing with like anything dealing with like how a game, like if you want a person to play your game on a psychological level, making your play button bigger than your quit button is going to be, it's going to entice them to click that over clicking the quit button. Little knowledge for you. And then you got the quit. Cool. So to build these, play is going to be, or just don't have a quit button. That's the play right there. Force them to figure out what the hotkey is. What's up, Thor? How you doing, brother? Force them to figure out what the hotkey is to close applications. I like that. Let's go ahead and do that. That'll fix everything that I had wrong with the buttons before. So now we can go back to this and change this to mid left. Cool. And then we can actually just move this entire canvas over just a little bit. Boom. There you go. And then for this, we want all these to be left aligned. Oh, shit. Spacing, word, paragraph, character. I'm pretty sure it's this. No. There we go. That'll have to do it. Want this left aligned, and then we want one space in the front. There we go. Game design ain't about, you know, having the most beautiful thing right at the beginning. So been here a while, but been helping a buddy with some audio issues. Those are always terrible. Remind me to never to buy Turtle Beaches. Yo, Turtle Beaches are ass. I don't know why people like them so much. They have no range. They're either all treble or all bass. There is no in between with them. Every Turtle Beach I've ever owned has been complete dog shit. That's why I bought Steel Series, yo. All right. So, good to go. Good to go. The alignment's kind of meh. I don't actually like the fact that this is italicized, so we're just going to go straight to bold. The Turtle Beaches are wired, yet require recharging for the mic to work. What? Proprietary. that doesn't make any goddamn sense. All right. If you don't understand this reference, please read a book. We're talking about physics and motion and momentum. Come on. I use an Astro headset and it's nothing fancy but works well. Never heard of some weird shit like that though. Yeah, no. That's because Astro actually does make pretty good quality headsets for cheap. Every Astro that I've ever experienced, they've got some pretty good audio balance. And the equalizer that they have in their actual software is pretty good. So, whereas like Turtle Beach, every Turtle Beach I've ever experienced, whether it's like professional grade or yeah, Astros are good. I like Astros, but the Turtle Beaches I've ever dealt with have just been ass, and you can't balance them right, and they're always either bass boosted or treble boosted, and there's no in between, and it makes my gaming experience terrible. These, on the other hand, Steel Series Arctis 7s, they're they're good. I have had these things for years and I don't want to change them because I like them too much. And they're super light and they don't crush my ears. So, and fantastic audio quality. And I don't have to charge them to use my mic alone. They're wireless. So, but the wired ones are not. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard of. The ones before these were Arctis, just ones, I think. Arctis ones were good. I don't honestly think they've changed much since then. All right. We need to go to here and we need to add the button controller. Button controller. Okay, open that up. Restart. Okay, so public void. Quit. You know what? We're just going to do this because I hate fighting the fucking autofill sometimes. We're just going to call stop. And we're going to make that the quit. Quit dot. Oh my God. Application dot quit. Easiest syntax you'll ever know. Right there. Boom. Okay. Let's see. That'll, it's not going to actually quit. So go ahead and debug .log. Why am I being so formal? Game is closed. You know, it's funny. You will never see anything that I'm putting in that part, but all right. Public void. Play. Oh my God. Stop. Let me make my own goddamn functions. Play. Thank you. Jesus God. We need to, yep, it's already got it. So scene manager dot load scene. Scene manager dot get active scene dot build index. And then it should be +1. That should work. Okay. And then, yeah, it's a cost like 40-50 bucks and have been working good for years. I want to get some Sennheiser. Yo, Sennheisers are fucking expensive. I think a cheap pair of Sennheisers is like 500 bucks. Sennheisers are expensive. They're open back studio grade headphones and they're fantastic audio quality. But fuck, I can't justify that price. I spent 150 bucks on these and they're great. I'm happy. I can't do boo. All right, public void yeah. We need to do controls. It's going to go. We got to make something else here, so we're going to have to make a. We don't need any of this crap. Just go ahead and get rid of that. Don't need either of those. Get rid of those. Oops. Went too far. Oh, visual scripting. Okay. Whatever. I don't know why that one is specifically there, but that's fine. We need a game object. We're going to call it control screen. Cool. Yeah, no, there's a lot of expensive things that I want to get. So I think it's actually made by Sennheiser, but there is a audio system that I want to try. It's like $15,000. I'll never buy it myself, but I want to try it. But apparently the audio quality is so good that it'll make you cry. And, I have a hard time believing that, but I've also seen some audio files that just they gush over this audio system. And it's insanely expensive, but apparently it's so good it hits you right in the feels. The audio and the price make me cry. That's what it is. They bought that headset is probably shit quality. And they just regretted it and started crying. Oh shit. Game object. I don't even need a controls button. What am I doing? I don't need the control screen or the controls button. I can just have them on the front screen. Although it would be fancier. All right, we'll do it. All right, so for this one, we're going to do yeah, control screen does set active to equal to true, and we're going to go main menu set active to false. And save that. So all this canvas specifically is going to be the main menu. So the buttons canvas is going to be the main menu. And then we're going to add another canvas underneath this. UI element canvas. And then we're going to scale that canvas down. Just go ahead and go here. Sure. Pull it off that a little bit. Cool. The TMP, go ahead and do this. Okay. Let's get our alignments done. It's fine. All right. So this canvas is going to be the controls. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and add some more UI elements. We're going to add basically just a bunch of TextMesh Pros. So let's go ahead and duplicate that a few times. And then under the canvas itself, vertical layout group. And we'll go ahead and do right alignment. Yeah, we'll do middle right. Just keep everything consistent. All right. So we're going to go ahead and set this one as inactive. Boop. And then we're going to do this. So under this canvas, Did I not save it? I did. Why are you not? Because I didn't make them public, dumbass. There we go. That might help a little bit. All right, so this canvas is going to be the main menu. No, that canvas is not going to be the main menu. This canvas is going to be the main menu. And this one will be the controls. So that when you play, what you're going to see is this. Beautifully done, must say. And then you hit controls. Oh, yeah. Oh, dumbass. God, sometimes I feel like my brain is just not functioning properly. So we need to drag this down to here. Boom, function, button control, play. Cool. All right, this one. We need to add a button control to this from the main canvas. This one is going to be the controls function that we built. Boom. And then this one is going to be the stop function that we built. Oops. Canvas. And this one's going to be the stop function. Okay. Now let's give it a shot. All right. So if we hit controls, boom, new text. I don't have a way to go back right now. So that's the end of that test. I don't have anything in my build index either. So game is closed. Game has closed because I can spell, I promise. But that did exactly what I wanted to. It disabled this side and brought up this side. So you'd bring tension over there. All right. So that's functioning. Let's see. File, build settings. All right. So we need to put this one in here. Boom. And then we need to put level 1. Boom. Cool. So now that we got that in there, go to play. And we click play. Boom. Cool. Oh no. Boop. Wasted. Restart. Cool. All right. Sick. God, it's going to piss people off. I already know what's going to happen here. So there's going to be a lot of people playing with two hands on the keyboard itself, because of the way that you have to handle the flight and everything. Maybe I should make a control to go down, but I want people to control it. So, ooh. Oh no, no, no. Where's my death plane? Interesting. Did I disable my death plane? Okay. I don't think I did. Did I? No, my death plane is still active. Why the fuck did you not? Interesting. I don't know. I don't know why that broke, But all right, so we got level 1 started, main menu done, player controls started, maybe some adjusting we're going to be doing. I might give a decent, and then I might change what buttons you're actually using to control, because I think it's personally, and you guys can let me know if you think differently, but I think it's personally easier to tap with my right hand than it is my left. So controlling the momentum and everything would be a lot easier with right hand. So I might put them on the arrow keys and just have the space as the booster. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. So, but I think that is actually going to do it for me today. I think I made hella good progress, at least for the 2-week build. We're actually going to be getting into more level building tomorrow. So that'll be a little bit more interesting to see how we're going to lay it out, make some tighter corridors, start getting into some actual like physics materials. But does the quit button work? It does, actually. So if you come here, right, and you hit play, right? So if you look right here, boom, game has closed. It does work. I guess you can't see that because my big ass head's in the way. There you go. Right here. Boom. There you go. Game has closed. And I can make that happen many times as I want. But the game will not actually close within the editor. So that's why that debug is there. But actually, let's just go ahead and build settings. Yep, we're going to build it for that. Those two scenes. Let's go ahead and build that. We'll dump it under, let's see. Actually going to build this somewhere else. Control Shift N, test builds. And then we're going to go ahead and make this the third law. Okay. And boom, bam, boom. It's looking okay. I'm going to refine some of like the coloring and stuff. But if you're curious about how long it takes to actually build a game, here you go. Where I'm actually curious to see what's going to happen here. Just, I can't touch the controls. If I touch the controls, it will break. Because I haven't put the back button in yet. So, all right. So that's done. Let's go ahead and close this. Go ahead and close this. And close that. Come here and go to the third law. Boom. Made with Unity. There it is. There it is, boys. We got a game. It launched. Maybe click, boom, closes. All right, but we're not here for that. All right. Made with Unity. Here we go. Play. Oh shit. We got a game, boys. We got a game. I am noticing something though. I think I'm going to have to frame lock it, because this is exactly what I was talking about before. Because it's taking all of these inputs. Interesting. Well, it's definitely pegged out at 144 frames a second. Or am I just... Yeah, see, I don't like that. So we're going to have to add a... I might have to lock it out to... Come on, build up some force. Yeah. There it is. All right, so restart. Oh, I have no way of actually getting back to the main menu. So Alt F4. But this whole test build can just be deleted. So, but now we know. I'm glad I actually did that because while I was inputting, so if we actually relaunch it up into Unity, you'll notice that I can build a lot faster on the momentum. And I don't like the fact that it cut me out because of frame rate issues. So we go in here and we go to build settings, and then we go to exercise compressions, bit rate, player settings. Shit, where's that? Dedicate. I don't need dedicate server, so oh, I can change the icons and stuff here as well. Change your default cursor. Shit, where's it at? I'm gonna have to look it up, but I can limit it down to 60 frames a second, which will resolve that issue. But I could also figure out why it's not wanting to generate as much I'm gonna have to, yeah. I'm gonna have to go through and adjust some things here because if we go to level 1, because you saw me, I was mashing that button. So if I do this here, I build up so much speed that I can ramp this thing, which is exactly what I'm going for. Get off of it. It's exactly what I'm going for, right? I want you to be able to build up an insane amount of speed. If you're running at 144 frames a second, which I have VSync enabled, so it's just going to whatever my monitor hertz rate is, which is 144. It's not going to function the same way as if it was because of the way that Unity handles calculating inputs and things like that through the update and the fixed update. So with it running on fixed update, I'm actually getting throttled. So somebody who is running on a lower frame rate would actually be getting better results. So interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that out. Splash image. Yeah, I can add a custom splash image in there. Virtual reality splash image. Yeah, we can just make that the splash image. Okay. So now I'm actually curious to see how that's going to work out. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and then we're going to build, and we're going to build it back into test builds, and we're going to see what that does. Test builds. Oh yeah, I got to make the new folder. I'm kind of curious to see what that'll do. I know it's just my logo all over the place, but I think I might actually make that as a gag where it's just constantly my logo everywhere. So, all right. Don't run games while you're running Unity at the same time. It will break shit. All right, let's see. See what we got. Oh, where's my splash screen? Okay, something's loading. Yeah, see, this is not. Come on. Come on. Come on. Get up there. Yeah. I see that would be annoying as shit. So I have to figure out why it's doing that on the build, but not in the editor. Come on, you can get up there. You can get up there. You can do it. Come on, you bitch. Oh, you know what? I think it's actually the friction that's causing things. Okay. So that's different. Because I can build some speed with the jump. Oh. No. Counteract it. Sorry. Intense gaming moments there, you know? All right. I got to make a return to menu or something here, but yeah. Again, we're working it, all right? So, well, yeah, I think that's going to do it for tonight. You guys got to see some intense gaming there for a second. But yeah, I really need to figure out why it's not acting the same, and I have a feeling it's due to my frame rate issue because I'm running at such a high frame rate in the game. I think it's causing problems because no matter how much I mash, if I get up in the air, it's not too bad because I can actually build up some forward momentum, but I have to be able to control that forward momentum. And, you know, whenever I'm sitting here, just kind of, oh shit, hold on. No, don't you die. Don't you die. Thank you. Go forward. So it's like when I'm sitting here like this, I'm like, oh yeah, get it. But in the Unity editor, it's not quite that way. If I'm up off the ground, I think it has something to do with the actual friction. That's the kind of applause that I expect. This music is intense, though. Just fucking get it. But yeah, I'm not building up enough momentum like I want. And I think it's being capped because of the frame rate or the friction on the ground. So I might actually have to put something on there to do that. All right. Cool. Yeah. We're going to go ahead and delete this one out again because I don't need a bunch of random builds on there. But I am glad that we tried that because now I know. Once I figure that out and fix that, we're money. So, but yeah, we're going to go ahead and end off there. I am going to kick you guys out. Who's actually on right now? Well, it's Max is on. What's he playing right now? World of Warcraft. Let's see what software and game development. Let's see what some people are doing. Said it was 1,700 viewers online. Holy fucking Jesus. Let's see who's on right now. Any Tales. I think we're just gonna go ahead and end it off. I thought about it, but I think we're just gonna go ahead and end it off. Thank you for the applause. We have progress. We've made good work, and I think the 2 weeks is gonna be too generous. Hope you have a good night too, man. If you actually end up popping up streaming, I'll come check out what you're building. But make sure you send me some pics because I want to see what you're building, just because I'm curious. But on that note, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, bye-bye for now. Probably won't stream, but I'll send pics. Damn right. That's what I want to see. But, all right, guys. Thank you all so much. Thank you for the likes on YouTube, new follows, all of it. Bye, guys.